Morning! Welcome back to a brand new vlog. Someone's looking at me. Embarrassed. I have actually made it early to my hairdressing appointment and it is bright blue sky when I'm getting my hair done, which never happens. Heavy, high maintenance week this week. Heavy, high maintenance, that makes sense? Maintenance heavy week, that's what I'm trying to say. I'm getting a full head of highlights done today and then I'm going back to get my extensions put back in. For length, for thickness on Friday, there's no chance I could be sitting there for longer than 2 hours each day. Thought has popped into my head and I cannot stop thinking about it, which means I need to do it this week. I need a trip to Hobbycraft because I've decided on a piece of art that I want to make for my dining room. So I still love my original one that I did, but I'm fancying switching it up for spring, summer. And hopefully my idea is going to look good. So I'm probably going to do that tomorrow. There's me saying, oh yeah, I'm early. I've actually got to go now because I've sat here babbling and now I need to go. So let's go to the hairdressers. Morning! That was so close. I really need to get the glass top for my dressing table. I'm going out this morning to Hobbycraft and what was the other one? Home Bargains. I've got an idea of a new piece of art that I want to make. I think I mentioned this yesterday. And it looks like everything's in stock in Hobbycraft. So I'm just going to go and pick it up. This is the NARS Natural Matte Longwear Foundation. I'm obsessed with this foundation. It's been a week, no, it's probably been about 10 days since I've been using it now. And my skin has completely cleared up. So touch wood, it's agreeing with me. Yeah, the coverage is just what I need. It's not too heavy, it's not too light either. It covers the scarring and things that I need. Yeah, if you're looking for a full foundation, would recommend this one. I'd love to be able to just hardly wear anything, but my skin's not even enough to do that. I'm also booked to get my nails done this afternoon. Oh, they're driving me mad. They're too long. I don't know how people can have long nails all the time. Like, I can't do anything. Love this.
Strawberry Sorbet Glimmer Hydrating Lip Treatment from Ollie Hendrickson.
Peptide lip treatment. So hydrating. Please. Oh, this one there. We're ready. Let's do this. Got exactly what I needed. So I've got a 100 by 50 long stretched canvas. I got some cotton pods and some small flowers. Can you guess what I'm going to do? And then I've got a little mini glue gun in pink. It was £5. I thought it was quite good. I've never had a glue gun before. I don't know how I've come up this far in my life without a glue gun, but I've never had a glue gun. And then I went into Homesense. There was nothing in Dunelm, and Homesense there wasn't a huge amount. Basically the things I liked I bought. There's a couple of vases, but this marble tray. How pretty is this? £9.99. And it is so heavy. I don't know what I'm going to do with this yet. I will definitely find a use. Probably going to go on the coffee table tray. Then people just end up chucking things on it. I don't know. I'm going to find a place for that. But it is gorgeous. Couldn't resist. 2 new coffee table books. I really liked the spine of these. And this one looks quite interesting. Crystal Healing. It's got all... Oh, do you know what? I didn't even look inside it. I'd love to get more involved with crystals. Oh, that'd be a good read, but really knowing me, I'll just put it on the shelf and forget. But that Crystal Healing one was £12.99 and this one, flower one in bloom, was £9.99, reduced from £26. I loved the green. The spine of it, all I've got, not a huge amount. To be honest, once I got what I needed from Hobbycraft, I was like, I need to get home and start my project. So I'm going to, first layer of paint on this. Yeah, a layer of paint on this. And then while that's drying, I need to go back to the school because I forgot to put some things in her bag that she needed because my brain is always in another planet. I'm going to try adding some bicarbonate soda into some paint just so it gives it a little bit of texture. And I'm going to go for... I've left the paint outside. What is wrong with me? Honestly, Scatty does not cover it. I annoy myself. I want it to be like... chalky, yeah. It's funny when you're painting a wall, you're like, I don't want brush marks. Now I'm like, give me brush marks. Give me brush marks, please. So I'm wondering whether to use some of these daisies. These are from what I got in the range last week. I'm so excited. I can't tell you how much joy doing this kind of thing does for me. Oh my god. Oh! Can't cope. Now I need to work out how to use my glue gun as well. I almost need to like drop them on there. And wherever they land, they kind of go. It looks quite shadowy on the floor, but I'm hoping when it's on the wall, it's going to look pretty. I don't know why they thought this really scares me. Do I put the glue in first? Is it going to suddenly like heat up? 5 minutes. Of course, of course. So impatient. Bougie is this, changing up your artwork for the seasons. Am I one of those girls now? Looks like I am. Also, now I've got this glue gun. Expect a lot more crafty projects. Oh, I can smell it. Oh, it reminds me of school. Out of glue. So I'm going to go and see if they sell it in B&Q. Surely they must sell it in B&Q. I've just got to do this patch over here. And the ones that I've actually put on, literally takes seconds to dry. New glue. They do sell it in B&Q. It was like searching for it like a needle in a haystack. Onto glue stick number 4. I feel like I need a few flowers like overlapping a little bit just to make it look a little bit less arranged. Now for the moment of truth. It's still a bit wet, so it's got some shadows on it, but it looks so pretty. If you're getting married, you could have it as like one of your table plan things, put flowers around the edges. Oh, I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. I'm chuffed with that. What else can I use my glue gun for? What next? What next? Good morning. I'm fresh back from the salon for the second time this week, and I've got my hair extensions back in longer. Even though I've just had ones just to thicken it out, it actually feels like it's longer. Strange. I'm just going to be doing that annoying thing all day where I'm like, nee. But I just want to have a little play around with it and see what it looks like in a ponytail. Oh, lovely and thick. Oh, made myself go dizzy. I'm so hyper today, if you couldn't already tell. Such a good mood, and I don't know why. There's nothing in particular that's made me in a good mood. I don't know. It's Friday, the sun's shining. I don't know. I'm feeling good. I'm going to have a little style up. What shall I do? If you're interested, these are the ones I've got. Nano tips. Let's see if I can pick one out and show you. So really, really thin, flat beads that attach onto your hair. So there's no glue or anything like that on them. I literally cannot feel them. When I go like this, it doesn't feel heavy or thick on your head. And yeah, I've got 2 packs just for thickness really. A little style with my GHD curve. And see what I feel like it holds the curl better. Everyone in the house loved my art, and I put it on my stories last night, and everyone was like, "You made that?" I was like, "Yes, it's actually really easy." So I'm going to put a little video together for TikTok and YouTube, TikTok and Instagram, show everyone how to do it. And even Adam was like, "I really like that," and I was like, "Thanks." To be fair, he would never really say, well, actually he would. If he didn't like something, he would say, but he doesn't really ever say that to me, luckily. He's not. I need to turn them on. I was booking in my next hair appointments. So I normally get my colour every 6 weeks. So I was booking in for 6 weeks' time. And I was like, oh, I'm going to have a dog. What am I going to do? She was like, bring it with you. And I was like, can I? Yeah, bring him in like a little bag. Her in a little bag. And I was like, don't know. I hadn't really thought of those things. Like, to be fair, I'm never really out the house for longer than a couple of hours. And I know when it's a young puppy, I won't be able to. If this is the first video you've watched of mine, we're getting a little puppy next month because we get to see it in, like, pick which one we want. I think it's in 2 weeks' time now. I feel like it will feel a bit more real then. And then we'll start buying bits. I mean, we've put a deposit down and we know it's happening, but because we've not even met it yet and picked the one we want, or the one we're drawn to, I don't know how we're going to pick. Well, we're going to let Savannah pick. We have said a girl, and I don't really know why we're set on a girl. I feel like everyone I've seen recently with a dog, every single dog is a boy, and I think, is there a reason behind that? Why does everyone get boy dogs? I've given myself shin splints this morning, I think. I booked my hair in for 9 o'clock and I dropped Savannah to school. The latest you can drop is 10 to 9 and the salon's about 15 minutes away from the school. So I legged it to the car in like not running trainers, like flat no support trainers ran, and now the whole of my legs feel like jelly, and I just know I'm going to wake up tomorrow with shin splints. Obviously this is going to drop, so I curl them. I love this wand. I don't want like ringlets or anything like that, so on this side I'm going to put the wand down and I curl them all in the same direction. It's like not a full fitting round, it's like an oval. I don't get on with curling tongs that have the clamp. I'm always a bit too cat-handed with it.
That's good. Good match.
All that speed cleaning, and it hasn't really, it's dropped, but not, like, I've not even got hairspray in this. I'm so happy with my new hair. It's Sunday morning. I've got a frog in my throat. Hey, don't be deceived by what I'm wearing, I'm actually freezing. We are going up to London today because it is a marathon. We don't actually know anyone that's doing a marathon, but Savannah realised that Elphaba, the actress that plays Elphaba, Cynthia Erivo, she's doing the marathon. So she was like, come here, come and watch her. And I didn't have the heart to say, there'll be a lot of people watching, but we can try. So yeah, we're going to do some celeb spotting, I think, for the marathon and cheer them all on. I looked on Instagram to see if she'd posted like her number, just so we could like roughly see whereabouts she was going to be. She had, on her stories, she had that she was on stage last night, and I was like, what? She's in Dracula. I think it's Dracula. I think it's called Dracula, in the West End, and she's playing like 25 different characters in this one show, and they're doing the marathon. What? I ran for 5 minutes on Friday and got shin splints. Make that make sense. How funny is this? So she was quiet last night, and she come out, she made these little glasses. She was like, I'm going to wear these and cheer on. I don't have the heart to tell her that she's going to not be in character. She's going to be not green. It's so funny. It's very, very busy up here, isn't it? It's quite a good atmosphere though. That's where I used to work up there.
Where?
Third Space. It wasn't called that when I worked there, it was a spa. Managed to find Cynthia on the tracking app, and Joe Wicks, Harry Judd from McFly, Alexandra Burke. So there's a few people we can look out for. Oh, we might have been on TV. We missed her! We can probably catch up. I'm just going to record and just hope for the best.
No, don't I'll take a picture.
Yeah, but then I can catch a picture. Good morning. Please excuse my appearance today. I am marinating in fake tan. It might look a bit bad at the moment, and my ears are like grey, but I promise you it goes nice once it's washed off. This is like the guide. I've been using the Bondi Sands Express Tan. I hate sleeping in fake tan, so I'd rather put it on first thing in the morning, do the school run, come home, and then shower after like an hour, 2 hours. Yeah, this will be okay. Don't panic. A couple of days later after the marathon, the marathon was so good, and I've just got this urge in me to apply. Because I had the app, I keep getting notifications of apply for next year, and I'm like, that is a goal I would really, really, really love to do. But I've said this before, I've just got this irrational fear of collapsing, and I do know where it comes from, but I don't know why. Well, I do know why. Like, maybe I just need to have some kind of therapy or EMDR, something, because that's the only thing that's holding me back. I'll just be like, if I ever see anyone faint or collapse, I just go into full-blown panic, and I don't want to put myself in a situation where I could potentially collapse. I know I wouldn't, because I've never collapsed in my life. It started when Savannah was a baby. So when she was first born, it was like the hottest summer on record. I would be out pushing her in her pram, and the heat and all the hormones, and I would just have this like almost like a hot flash, like what they say when you get in menopause. That's what I can imagine it being like. I'm not in menopause. I don't think I am. Hopefully not yet. Heat would rise through my body and I would just not be able to breathe. Like it was a panic attack. That's what it was. But the heat would be a trigger and bring it on for me. And so I'd be pushing her in a buggy, and then that would happen, and I'd think, what would I do if I collapsed on the floor now and I've got this couple of week old baby in a pram and someone snatched her? That was the thing that was always going through my brain. So I would avoid going out for that reason. But even now she's older, even if I go out on my own, it still worries me, and I don't know why. It's so weird. That's the only kind of thing that I can't really overcome. Like being really dizzy was another trigger for me. So like if I felt dizzy, I was going to throw up, and like not have any control over my body. It's so random how the body and hormones work, but yeah, that's where it comes from, and that is the only thing that's holding me back. And I would love to have the goal of doing it and like the achievement, because the atmosphere there was incredible. Like strangers cheering on strangers, and like people would be not giving up, but we was at mile 19, so some people like would start walking a little bit and like sort of put their head on their on the railings as if they were like trying to catch themselves. And then people would be going past other runners going, come on mate, and they're like grabbing their arm, and I don't think they knew each other, but it was just such a lovely thing to see, and just people cheering on people, and just everyone having like a buzz. I was all whooped out. I was like whoop whoop constantly. And then we were waiting for Cynthia, good old Synth, and I kept on refreshing my map, and then I think there was too many people in the area, so my map stopped working. So I was just literally, my eyes were glued to and scanning every single person that went past, and I still managed to miss her. A girl next to me, who I didn't know, but she went, oh, Cynthia! And then she turned around, so she was like a few metres in front, turned around and flashed us a smile, and I was like, oh, trying to get my phone out. But yeah, what are the chances of that? I don't know how I missed her, but she is actually quite short. I always imagined her to be really tall. I don't know why. Just always thought that she'd be like 5'9", 5'10". I don't know, but I think she's like 5'1". And she just had this like beaming smile on her face at mile 19. Like, what on earth? How can you still be smiling at that stage? But yeah, so Savannah kind of missed her, but I managed to get the back of her head on my camera. The girl next to me shouted her name. Otherwise, we'd probably still be there waiting for her to go past. It was such a good atmosphere. I would highly recommend going to cheer people on, because it is the biggest buzz ever. But anyway, this has been a very random, rambly chat, and a very random vlog. I think there's a bit of everything in here. If you do end up making one of these art pieces, please send it to me on DM or tag me or whatever. I'd love to see if you recreate it. I've popped this up on Instagram now, and so many people have messaged me saying, wow, would love to make that. So let me know if this inspires you to make your own art piece. I've had a lot of requests for a more in-depth video on how we made our pergola, which I will get cracking on and start now. That was before I was doing YouTube, obviously. It was 4 years ago. No, it wasn't. What am I talking about? It was 2 years ago. So all my footage is, why do I always get horizontal and vertical mixed up? It was the one we use for reels and shorts and things like that. That footage. Horizontal or vertical? Oh my god. Oh, vertical! It's all in vertical. So I'm trying to work out a way that I can put different bits and it be enjoyable to watch and informative still. So keep your eyes peeled for that. If it has already come out, I will link it, because bank holidays are all coming up. Summer's on its way. Hopefully, if you're looking to build your own pergola on a budget with no experience like we did, hopefully my tips will help inspire you. But thank you so much for watching this week's video. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and I'll catch you again next week. Bye!